Praise the Lord, everybody, to the established protocol. We, the members of the Women's Missionary Society of the African Methodist Episcopal Church, stand in solidarity as a world-changing, mission-focused service organization, for we are called to strengthen our faith and sent to continue the ministry of Jesus Christ by service and witness throughout this world. The plan, the pandemics, the promise. Before these perilous and pandemic times, God had given us a divine plan, and we planned his work, and we were effectively working his plan. But, someone say but in March 2020, nations began to implement shutdowns to prevent the outbreak of COVID-19. So suddenly the Women's Missionary Society had to shift, to pivot in order to do a new thing in a new way in this new pandemic season. And as we began to navigate through these unprecedented times, in 2021, we planned and executed a very successful virtual executive board meeting. And we began to mask up to continue our work and our witness. And in spite of this deadly pandemic, God's work continued. Although these 4 years have been extremely challenging, we stood on the powerful words found in 2 Timothy 1:7, which says, "For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but power, love, and a sound mind." So we shifted and faithfully stood on God's promises as we served him and his people. When fulfilling God's mandate in our global dimensions and focuses, we stood on the powerful words found in James 2:17 that says, "Faith without action is dead." These are our highlighted action items. The Women's Missionary Society and the Foundation sent monthly stipends for global work and witness to districts 14 through 20th and India, totaling over $300,000 in the last 4 years. We collected and distributed over $28,000 for disaster relief. The inaugural President's Circle was introduced and over $75,000 was raised. We gave $1,000 yearly to deserving students in districts 1 through 13 and $500 to deserving students in districts 14 through 20th. Thank you, Circle members. $50,000 was raised for Mercy Ships. Mercy Ships uses hospital ships to bring hope and healing to the least, the last, and the left out. And after almost 40 years, our Mission on the Move initiatives are still alive and well. Over $150,000 in monetary and in-kind donations were left at the sites of executive board meetings and the quadrennial. In addition, $10,000 proceeds from our sneaker ball was presented to the late president of Charter College in Little Rock, Arkansas. All votes matter. Our democracy matters. Nearly 90,000 new voters were registered, and missionaries reached over 1 million voters through text and phone banking. So what about the children? Our YPD raised over $200,000 for Super Bowl of Caring. They collected 6,100 pounds of non-perishable food for local food pantries and over 500 meals for Good Night Hunger. Self-denial is now in its 76th year and continue to bring young people closer to Christ. Global missions is not an option for us. It is the core essential of our work and our witness. As we continue to celebrate 150th years of service and sacrifice, we will continue to stand on the thousands of promises of God. And together with God, the Women's Missionary Society shall continue to exalt Christ, empower missionaries, and equip the saints for greater and global service. Thank you for your continuous prayers, your unwavering support, and for the opportunity to serve as your 10th International President of the Women's Missionary Society. To God be the glory.